for you. So our first speaker for today's webinar on operational streamlining comes from Angliss. And it's none other than Mr. Patrick Tay. He's the General Manager, Management Project of Angliss. And Patrick has a very interesting profile. I encourage you to read our event website profile of Patrick. He says that he's been marinated in the F&B world for more than 20 years, I believe. Patrick, so I think you're very well seasoned by now, a very well seasoned professional. So he started off as a chef and then he moved on to a lot of interesting diverse assignments at Angliss, right, including procurement and so on. And he has been serving all the customers, for many, many years, right? And his current portfolio, he's helping the company in its digitalization process. That's why he's here today to talk to us about the challenge. Just a quick background of Angliss. Angliss is touted as Singapore's leading food supply company, supplying the likes of meat, seafood, dairy products, fruits and vegetables, and even ready-to-eat and ready-to-cook food to over 3,000 customers in Singapore. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out what Angliss has in mind for their business challenge. Right, they're looking for an automated warehouse inventory system that can operate in sub-zero and low-light environments, right? And which must integrate with its warehouse management system and ERP software. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Patrick Tay.
Hello. Can you hear me all right?
Hi, Patrick, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Earlier was having some typo error. Instead of 20 years, I typed 20 tiers.
Oh, I thought you were making a pun, a joke.
Yeah. So, but in fact, it's actual. If you go on, if you know F&B world, it really takes a lot of sweat and tears.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a very, very tough and competitive business.
Especially in the restaurant world, the restaurant world providing food, trying to manage the kitchen, and then trying to do so many in the competitive world, right?
Yeah, can you imagine? That's why I say you're a very well seasoned professional because you've been through all the cycles of the F&B business. Yeah.
Okay, so should I share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Patrick, I'd like to invite you to turn on your camera as well, because I think the audience is also dying to know how handsome you are, just like me.
Okay, brace. Don't freak out.
Okay, hi Patrick, welcome. You look great.
Okay, thank you. Let me turn on the share screen. Can see me?
Yeah, I can see you. We're also waiting for the screen to load as well.
Okay, you got it?
Okay, yeah, I can see your first slide already, Angliss. Yeah, you're still in I think the preview mode. You can see, yeah, I can launch your slides already. Yes, that's great.
Okay, got it. Okay, guys. So just I run you through what is Angliss about, and then I will tell you a bit about the problems, and then what we're hoping to get over, how we can get some support and solution from around the world and around Singapore. So here we are, Angliss Singapore, and we actually have a presence in Asia. And for Angliss Singapore, we have a presence in Asia, especially in China. Right now, China, we already have 21 distribution center. So of course, the Angliss China, they are also distributing product similar to what Angliss Singapore has to cater for. And our main portfolio is actually earlier what Billy had mentioned. We actually good in importing a lot of meats, all different kind of proteins, from the well-known Wagyu to the economical type of the beef at the local wet market. So those are what we do, and then we have the pork, the poultries, many more, the lambs. Okay, and then we go all the way for the category itself. We actually have more than 20 categories. So like I mentioned, in Angliss China, we are actually having a similar kind of business model. Of course, given some of the political issues, and China may be not carrying some of the meat item, but other than that, the categories and other dairies product, China are in business providing solutions to hotel, restaurants, airlines, and bakeries, and places like that. So moving down from China, we have Angliss Macau, supplies to casino, hotels, similar categories. And then here we have our our Asia region office in Hong Kong. Hong Kong has been a very vibrant market for us, and we are doing a lot of supplies to similar segment in Singapore also, like the hotels and restaurant, hospitals, and airlines. So here come down the road, actually, we missed out a bit of the map to point out that we are also in Malaysia, and we are now also in Vietnam. And then we will land back in Angliss, Singapore, where we are. So for Angliss, Singapore, our segment focus from the local kopitiam, the local kind of the mom and pop shop, all the way to a restaurant, to a Michelin star restaurant, to hotels, to old folk homes, to hospitals, covering basically island-wide, everything about food. And you can see our trucks flying everywhere. Total, we have about 50 trucks around the island making deliveries. So this is Angliss, Singapore. We are at Pandan Loop, just a bit off Clementi, if some of you who don't know where Pandan Loop is. Over to the left here is actually the main building where all the staff, we house about 200 staff here. Another 100 staff will be in some of the production house and the warehouse. And this is how our truck looks like. Okay, so here are the Angliss warehouse. We have 1,900 tons of space, which is equivalent to about 6,000 pallets. And these boxes are actually now chicken doesn't come in, doesn't have fur anymore. Those chicken come in boxes already. So the outsourced warehouse also consists of about 3,000 pallets. And well, being competitive and then have to stay in line, and then we are supplying to so many government place and the hospital and airlines. So these are the certifications. Okay, in support of the business, we have total of 48 trucks making delivery of 1,900 drops point per day. So together with the 24 footer, so all in all, we have 50 trucks island-wide. Okay, as mentioned, our customer, so these are actually some of our customer with, I think estimate today is about 4,000. So our business is a very versatile kind of business model. Like given the pandemic now, although everybody are being hard hit, for Angliss Singapore, we actually have other businesses, so we also able to still continue to serve some of the entities. Okay, in terms of product range, so supplier base, we have more than, definitely to date is more than 100 over supplier base, and some of the well-known brands, if you walk around NTUC, you will see some of the brands which is familiar to you. And then we also have some house brand. Each and individual categories carry different kind of branding and strategy. So that is why later I will also explain and say why is it important for us to have some solution, because some branding are actually being locked down by certain segment business, like the hotel. Some of the executive chefs, some of the Michelin star chef, they are so sensitive over some branding, and the selection, it's not easy for them to really make one selection. They are going through a lot of evaluation before they make one selection of a beef cut. So the next round, if you happen to be at a well-known restaurant, you can ask a bit more about, why the chef really chooses that brand over the other brand. I think he can tell you, I think a good chef will tell you a lot of story about the choice that he made. Well, along my career, I think that's part of the fun thing, and also some learning journey, that how the chef really make that kind of decision, and how he really judge. Okay, now let's talk about the problem. big problem. Okay, so with the island-wide network of F&B segment, right? Okay, we have a very quick movement in our warehouse with the product. So earlier, with a glimpse of the warehouse, that is just one lane of the warehouse with all the boxes side by side, right? And that area, that let me bring you back just now, that area. If for you who haven't seen a cold warehouse before, this is just one lane. And you see that forklift, that is right in the middle, is a forklift trying to bring down a pallet of certain item. It can be maybe a potato fries or something I can see. So this item, it was being the movement of bringing down and replenishment and bringing down for distribution happens like 18 hours a day. So they are like working day in, day out just to make this. They are like playing jigsaw puzzle to bring down stuff and just to make enable the picking and packing process complete in order for the truck to make delivery the next day. So we are pretty competitive in a way to say we are taking orders like right now. Before 5 o'clock, if you give me the order, I can make delivery to you tomorrow morning. So making restaurant to be able to make decision at the last minute. So like restaurant is having right now, after a lunch hour, they would have their meals, and then they would do a bit of their own stock check in the restaurant before they say, okay, I will make certain orders of this product and that product. So they will pass it to us, and we are going to make delivery for them in the morning. So that makes the whole warehouse go crazy over which item to arrange what first. Okay, after that, the warehouse, okay, you can see the warehouse having 6,000 pallet space, right? Obviously it's very huge. And then the requirement of the inventory system have to be very up to date. And then we have the third-party warehouse to manage. So the management of how many to transfer back is really playing a big part in this particular topic.
Hey, Patrick, sorry to interrupt, but I think we have only 1 minute more to serve the full dish of all your problems. So we can just expedite a little bit and then we move on to the Q&A. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, sure. So in a nutshell, with the huge capacity of the warehouse, how to provide accuracy of storage is really playing a big part here. So the current situation is just for you to understand. We have a solution, but it's pretty manual. We have the warehouse management system, but it uses some of the human intervention. So we are looking at how to have the below item, like the frequency of the stock data being pulled back as and when we want, and then there is this safety concern over how our personnel do this mass exercise of stock checkings, and then we want to avoid business downtime when we have all these checks. So solution provider should have in mind of this kind of the issues. Okay, last slide is just to say that we seek for robotic solution, and that's for safety is number one. So and then no downtime is the most important thing. So I may take some question if you have.